Hello there. Wow. Perfect. Wonderful. Well done.
Okay.
Alright, so we are going to try to catch the horned Hercules today. That's our goal. It's like 4, right? It's like 4:40 a.m. on some random, almost 4:45 a.m. on some random Sunday morning in, what is that, August? The 8th month? Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. So in theory, the horned Hercules, I don't know why I keep going down there. In theory, the horned Hercules beetle could be out. We caught the scorpion last week on the Let's Play. Or last episode, rather. Since I took a week off of City Folk. For the 100th episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. Let me pop this open quick. So yeah, so as you can see, the Critterpedia for fish here in Animal Crossing City Folk is completely full for me. Mission accomplished. On the other hand, the bugs, we're missing the giant petal tail, I believe. Yeah, the giant petal tail dragonfly. And this horned Hercules beetle. In live chat, recording this live, WeeMan365 says, I can't believe it's been 3 years since I discovered your channel. I can't believe it's been 3 years that I've been active on my channel, quite frankly. It's super cool to have people like you, WeeMan, that have kind of been here from the beginning. Because I feel like a lot of people don't have that luxury. Like when they start a YouTube channel, I feel like a lot of people start from scratch and they go years before any kind of real, I don't want to say fan base. I don't want to pat myself on the back and be like, I have a fan base. But before anybody was really like, you know, really following along. And mine was kind of built in to some extent. Like as soon as I started live streaming, people like you, WeeMan, and a bunch of other people just kind of, you know, were here with me since day one, which is exciting and cool. But yeah, I was 11 then, and I'm almost 15 now. Yeah, like it's wild. It was a pandemic project, kind of. This was kind of a pandemic project for me. Was laid out of work at that point because of the pandemic. Stumbled upon this channel again and decided to reopen it. And dive back into my passion for video games, and here we are. 3 years later. 3 years after I took the channel seriously and started really live streaming and uploading content to it. I think it's like 13 years since I started it, though. I think I started this channel back in like 2010. Which is wild. So, WeeMan says, I was just looking for people to play Animal Crossing New Horizons online. And here I was, actively starting a YouTube channel basically based around playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Both online and single player. Night Adventures, yes. The Night Adventure streams were legit. I have to... With my current job, it doesn't really allow me to do Night Adventures as much. Which sucks. But I do want to do a Beast Mode stream. I want to do another Beast Mode stream. I don't know if I can handle another 26-hour one. That was brutal. I don't remember if... I think I made it the full 26 hours, but I don't remember, to be honest. I think it was a full 26 hours. And then after I was done with it, YouTube was like, oh yeah, we're deleting it. I was like, what do you mean? That's not going to be a video on demand? And YouTube was like, no. We stopped recording at 12 hours, sir. Like, this live stream went 26 hours. It's dead to us. We're deleting it off of our servers right now. You are a monster. Waymet says, oh, I remember watching the Sonic Marathon live stream too. Yes, the GameCube era Sonic Marathon. That was originally going to be, I think, 13 hours, but instead of doing it during the day, I did it at nighttime, and somewhere around like 3 a.m., I think, there was just nobody watching, and I was like, I can't handle this, dude. I was so tired. I was exhausted. I think the last game I played was Sonic Heroes. I think I signed off with some Sonic Heroes on GameCube. I wouldn't mind doing a stream like that again. I would probably do, if I did another Beast Mode stream, which I will, I think I'm going to do a Beast Mode stream. It'll probably be over the summer now. But once I hit 4,000 subscribers here on the channel, I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll be taking requests on what you'd like to see me play. I mean, it might be just like an all-out Beast Mode stream where I'm just playing whatever, like taking requests, playing the hits, you know? Playing a little bit of everything. Splatoon 3. Heck, I'll play some Super Smash Brothers. I almost never play that here on the channel. I'll play some Smash Ultimate. I'll play some Wii Online. Mario Kart Wii. I'll play Animal Crossing City Folk. I'll play Mario Strikers Charged. Mario Strikers Battle League. I'll do a little bit of everything. I'll make it a full variety show. And this time, I know I won't make it more than 12 hours. Or I'll have like an intermission or something so it continues. So it doesn't get lost to the servers. Or maybe I'll just do a full weekend. Like a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. Just 10-hour streams every day. For a total of like 30 hours. Ooh, that could be fun. I could do like a celebratory weekend. This sounds like a plan. This sounds like... Oh, wait, I planted these. No, put them back. Put them back. I don't want them. I don't want them. Let me just say, as a child, this pocket full right here would have been the most exciting thing ever. An Atlas beetle, a Goliath beetle, a blue marlin, an elephant beetle, an arapaima, and a tarantula. That is a stacked pocket right there. Wayman in 365 in live chat says, I've been playing Cars the video game, and it's really fun. Cars the video game is surprisingly fun. I can't speak to if they made sequels, like game sequels to the sequel of the movie sequels. But I have played the original on Wii, and it is a lot of fun. And the soundtrack is really, really good, too. Cars the video game was actually one of the first Wii games I ever got. I actually got that game before I got my Wii. Because my dad was, like, hunting... My dad was new to video games at the time, more or less. And, he's still not, you know, well-versed or anything. But he did not know that you had to pre-order a new game console. So when the Wii came out, I was like, Mom, Dad, I want a Wii for Christmas. And they were like, okay, we'll see about getting you a Wii for Christmas. And so... There were no Wiis around. It was the year that it came out, and they were unable to secure a Nintendo Wii for me. But they had every intention on getting me a Wii, so they were like, for your birthday for sure, which for reference is in February. They were like, there's no way that the Wii is still going to be sold out come February after launch, right? Spoiler alert, it was. But before we get into that part, so for Christmas, they got me Cars, the video game for Wii. They got me Spider-Man 3, which is also stupidly fun. At least on Nintendo Wii. I can't vouch for other consoles, but it was stupidly fun on Nintendo Wii. And then I got Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. That was also one that I got. And those were the first 3 Wii games that I ever owned. And I owned them before I owned a Wii. And then my birthday came around, and it was still not available anywhere. It was sold out everywhere. It became a pretty cool bonding experience, though, for my dad and I. Just like the never-ending pursuit of of trying to get a Nintendo Wii, like trying to find a place that had a Nintendo Wii. Toys R Us was a thing back then. I couldn't get one there. GameStop couldn't get one there. Ended up, Best Buy couldn't get one there. Ended up, my dad woke me up really early one morning, and he was like, hey, so, just read the Sunday paper. I think it was a Sunday. I assume it was a Sunday. It's like, I just read the Sunday paper, and apparently, Circuit City, if anybody remembers Circuit City, I don't know if they were actually bought out or if they just went under. I know the one near me went under, it folded up, and it became an H.H. Gregg, which is now also no longer in existence. So I'm severely dating myself right now. I keep picking the stupid thing up. I keep thinking to pluck it and whatever. But I'm severely dating myself because I'm now listing 2 generations of failed electronic businesses. 2 generations. So there was Circuit City followed by H.H. Gregg. Neither of them exist anymore. But there was an ad in the Sunday paper for Circuit City, right? One of those inserts, and it was like, Sunday morning, 7 a.m., be at Circuit City, and we will have a fresh shipment of Nintendo Wiis. All you gotta do is get in line and hope you get a number, or like a little piece of paper that says, like, you know, like they know how many they got, so they print it out, like, so if they got 10 Wiis, for example, they printed out like 10 little slips, right? That say like reserved Nintendo Wii, whatever. And so we went and we got in line. We got this little slip of paper. And that's the story of how I got my Nintendo Wii at Circuit City. Going out first thing in the morning and standing in line with my dad, hoping to get one of these stupid little slips of paper that says you have a reserved Nintendo Wii for you. So that was that. Good memories. Great memories, actually. It was a good time. But I actually did play, I forget if it was Cars. I played one of them. Like, my buddy got a Wii before me. Like, all of my friends got Wiis before me because all of them, they were all well-versed in the world of games. Oh, Game Crazy was also one that existed. Game Crazy was legit. Game Crazy was the best game store. Hands down. But yeah, so, long story short, pretty much all of my friends had a Wii already. So I ran over a couple times to my buddy's house and brought my Wii games that I owned over there. And it was, yeah. I played that. I played some of those games on their Wiis. That is not what I need, right? That is I think an Atlas Beetle. That's an Atlas Beetle. Yeah. Crap. WeeMan365 says, but then again, I like the All-American Rejects a lot. Because they're from my state. Yes. So do they have any new albums? I mean, obviously, if you heard my town tune here in Animal Crossing City Folk, it is the song Give You Hell, or Gives You Hell by the All-American Rejects. So, as you can imagine, I at one point was a huge fan of the All-American Rejects, but then they kind of fell off. I don't think they made a lot of albums, like new albums, if any albums. I thought I saw they released something in like 2019. But it might have been just like the greatest hits of All American Rejects or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, like Dirty Little Secret, great song. Move Along, great song. Gives You Hell was my personal favorite. All great though. All great songs. But with that being said, they're actually playing. I didn't know, like, they're still on, I don't know if they're on tour, but they still perform together. They're actually doing a free concert in downtown Las Vegas, I believe in July. I honestly had half a mind to go, or to try to go. I spent a lot of time in Vegas, and I haven't been in Vegas in a minute, so I was Just halfway inclined to go because I feel like I would love to see the All American Rejects. And there are other wild bands from my childhood. Neon Trees are going to be performing there as well later. I think that's in September or something. And I'm trying to think. Smash Mouth is playing like next weekend or something like that, downtown Vegas. So downtown, the Fremont Experience, if anybody's not familiar with Vegas, every summer they have like a free concert series downtown. It's super cool. And they actually pull some like legit bands. Like, they're not like cutting edge bands that are like currently touring, and you know, you're not getting like Taylor Swift or like Aerosmith or whatever. But you get pretty legit bands like Smash Mouth. I don't know if anybody considers Smash Mouth to be a legit band, but I certainly do. It's mostly a joke band now with their song All Star. But yeah, All American Rejects release that. I don't know. But they're going to be playing We Meant 365 in live chat says I got their first self-titled album for $2 thrifting. Okay. So is their self-titled album, is that the one that has Dirty Little Secrets? Because Move Along is an album in itself, right? It's called Move Along. And I think that's the one that has, obviously, the song Move Along. And then, which album has Gives You Hell? Is that a self-titled, or, you know, a self-titled album too? Move Along has Dirty Little Secret? Okay. And I think Gives You Hell was a single, right? First one has Swing Swing. Okay. So Move Along is probably my favorite album from them. It's been a minute though. I should give all those albums like a good playthrough start to finish. Gives You Hell is the one from 2009. Okay. It was a single first though, right? Or is the album called Gives You Hell? I can picture the AR, like the All American Rejects like logo, and then it's like on fire, and I think that's the single Gives You Hell. I'm seeing so many Beatles right now. So I saw like 4 Atlas Beatles, 2 or 3 Cyclotimus Beatles, and now what was that? A Goliath Beetle, I think, or no, not a Goliath Beetle. That's oh yeah, no, it was a Goliath Beetle. But I'm looking for the Horned Hercules, and I'm coming up short. I've seen just about every Beatle. Oops. It's called When the World Comes Down. Okay. Alright, so it is still nighttime. It's about 5 a.m. here in game. The Animal Crossing music is just the best. It's just the best. I love Animal Crossing City Folk music. Weeman says Weezer is one of those 90 bands. Yeah, I saw you mentioning the Buddy Holly guys. Is that what you mean? Are you talking about Weezer? It's a great song, by the way. It's also a great band. Weezer's a great band. Or was a great band? I feel like there are some bands from my childhood and my angsty teen years that are still together. And then, yeah, Beverly Hills. Whoo! Beverly Hills is a great song. I still jam to that one. Actually, I still jam to both of them. And then, Fountains of Wayne. Fountains of Wayne is a great band as well. Or was. Stacy's Mom. I mean, Stacy's Mom kind of overshadowed all the music they ever made. And I think they actually were really mad about that. Like, I think I've read interviews or seen interviews with them where they're just like, man, I hate Stacy's mom. Why did we make that song? Waffle56, hello, welcome. But there's also a great song off the same album as Stacy's mom. It's like Welcome Interstate Managers or something like that. I forget. It's a goofy name for an album, but it's something like that. And there's a really, really, really pretty song called Hackensack, which I highly recommend. It's not quite as upbeat or like, you know, rocky, I want to say, as Stacy's mom, but it's just like a really like chilled out, pretty song. WeMan365 says, have you ever played Thrillville? I remember it, but I don't know if I've ever played it. I was a big Roller Coaster Tycoon guy. So most of my like theme park sim games of my childhood were, you know, spent in the Tycoon games. I remember, I can't even tell you, I don't even think that, like, there was a brand of, like, a game developer that made the Tycoon games. Roller Coaster Tycoon was the big one. I think there was, like, a Zoo Tycoon. There were a couple different ones. But then there, just the word tycoon. Like, tycoon games have just become, I think, a genre. Rather than, like, a developer's, like, personal branding, like, it's like how, like, Metroidvania games, like, that's like a genre of game now, you know what I mean? It's not like Metroid or Castlevania. You can have a Metroidvania game, so to speak, and that's, like, you know, it's its own genre now. And I remember playing games that weren't, like, high grade Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I remember playing Cinema Tycoon, and I think I still have that on my laptop. I reinstalled it recently, but Cinema Tycoon was, like, my jam as a kid. You just literally, like, ran a movie theater, and your goal was to, like, increase the number of screens and upgrade your projectors and maintain your sound systems and upgrade your in-house marketing and book movies for different screens. And it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And then I played it as an adult, and I think I beat the entire game in like 45 minutes. Like, as a kid, I remember, like, it was so captivating and challenging. And then I played it as an adult, and I think I hit Cinema Tycoon level in like 45 minutes. It did not last long, but it's still a lot of fun. But I remember Lemonade Tycoon. I remember playing Lemonade Tycoon, which was a thing. It was like you start as a lemonade stand, and the next thing you know, you're opening like a coffee shop or like a lemonade shop, whatever. WeMan365 says the Roller Coaster Tycoon staff made Thrillville. Did they really? Okay. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon was my freaking jam back in the day. Trying to think of what other games. It was just a simpler time back then, I think. It was a simpler time back when games were just games to be fun. Now I feel like people take games way too seriously. Like, they're entertainment, they're video games. It's the same thing, like, a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, there's like an art form to game development, which is obviously, like, I obviously appreciate that. I appreciate that more than most, I want to say. But, like, I do feel like people take games way too seriously. It's like when you go to see a movie, like, if you can't go see an animated film because it's animated, like, I get it, if it's a children's film, right, that's animated, I get it. If it's like if the story, if the whatever is like too, not lowbrow, but like too childish, too simple to keep your attention, that's one thing. But a film like the Tim Burton films, like Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, those are films that can be watched whether you're an adult or a child, and enjoyed, right? And there's a lot of like adult animated films. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, you know, pornography, but I'm talking about like there's a lot of animated films that are tailored to adults. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, fantastic film regardless of your age. It's a fantastic stop motion animated film. And yet there are people that are just like, oh, it's animated. Can't. No, I'm too mature for that. I'm an adult. I can't watch that. And it's like, grow up, because yes, you can. And I feel like there are a lot of film genres, or like a lot of people that like just won't go see a movie, like Transformers, Fast and Furious. Like, yeah, they're action movies. They're not elevating, you know, the world of cinema, but they're fun to watch. You can still watch them and enjoy them. And then, but they're like film snobs, I guess. They're film snobs. They're just like, I refuse. I won't watch that. That's not for me. That's not intellectual enough. Not stimulating enough for me. Which, you know, if Transformers isn't stimulating enough for you, you're on some kind of crazy depressants. But, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with like video games. I feel like a lot of people are just like, they're so demanding of games, and it's like, yeah, the game might be super stupid and broken. And like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for developers forcefully pushing out games before they're ready just to make a buck. And like having like these day one patches that like the games are unplayable until these patches roll out. Like, you ship the game essentially broken. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. But when a game is fully functional and people rip on it, like, is it fun to play? Period. That's the question. Is it fun to play? I'm not asking if it's pushing forward the art form, because there are plenty of indie games that push the art form forward, right? There are plenty of games, in general, that push the art form forward. You have your Elden Rings, okay? You have your Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdoms, and Breath of the Wilds. Is it fun to play, though? Because if it's not fun to play, a game needs to be fun to play. Period. And not every game is fun to play for every single person, you know, obviously. But is the game fun to play? And if not, then the game is a failure. If the game is fun to play, but it doesn't look well or look great, or it's not running on 60 FPS or 120 FPS on the most recent PC graphics cards, it's like, calm down. It's not that serious. It's a game. Wee Man says, also the Madden soundtracks. Oh, you're going off in live chat about different game soundtracks. Madden soundtracks, NHL soundtracks for all you hockey nerds. That's me. Let's go. Go Knights go. Vegas Golden Knights, Western Conference Finals. Up 1-0 over the Dallas Stars. Let's go. We're taking the cup this year, baby. Playoffs in 3 years. Stanley Cup in 6. This is the 6th year. This is make or break time. VGK. Go Knights go. Anyway, sorry. That's my rant. That's my hockey nerd rant. But I agree. Yeah, so the NHL games always have killer soundtracks. Well, pretty much all sports games, really, right? Because but that's the difference, though. That's the difference also. In fairness, sports games like Madden, like 2K, NHL, they get soundtracks. So they license music from like real bands, right? That's a little bit different because of course their soundtracks are gonna be incredible, because they can literally just like pick like what songs are gonna be cool for this album or for this game, and they can just license them, right, from the bands. So that's a little bit different from like a game like, for example, Animal Crossing City Folk, one of my most beloved soundtracks in all of video game history, right? And that's not what I'm looking for. It was something new, but it's not. It's a Giant stag? Oh, it's a golden. Oh, it's a, yeah, golden stag. So that one is worth a lot of money, so I'm going to swap it. But also it's more rare than all these other ones combined. But yeah, then you look at a game like Animal Crossing City Folk, or any of the Animal Crossing games, any of the Zelda games, Sonic games, any other, really almost any other games on the market. And those are like, those have composed original soundtracks. Those have original soundtracks. That it's not just licensing from good bands. It's like we're creating music. We are specifically creating music for this game. And I think what's cool is, like, video games are a lot like film in that regard. Because yes, you have films that just license music. But games and films are just like this overall multimedia. You think like, oh yeah, it's video and sound. But it's like this overall multimedia experience that's like so engulfing. And like music is strictly music, right? It's sound. Not downplaying it, but it's like, it's just sound. It's one sense, right? You hear it. You don't see it. You don't, I mean, maybe in your head, but like you don't see it. You don't feel it. Like physically touch and feel it. You know, it just, you don't see it. It just is what it is. It's sound. But then you have games and you have movies. Like, so you have movies. Now you're adding its sound and, you know, visuals. So it's kind of like a beautiful marriage of those two art forms. So like you have original music being, you know, orchestrated to capitalize on what's happening on screen, right? To accent what's happening on screen. And then you have video games, which takes it even one step further, and it's like, it's just all the senses, really. I mean, other than smell, obviously. But like, you have the visuals, you have, you know, the controller, you have the controls, like, you are inputting, you know? And like, so you have like that feel, and then you have the audio, obviously, so you're hearing as well, and it's, so obviously tasting and smelling, those are not involved. But maybe there'll be some art form down the road where it'll incorporate that. Maybe it'll have 4D theaters or like smell-o-vision. Maybe we'll incorporate smell-o-vision into video games in the future. I don't know. Mama's Cookout, or whatever that game was. Big Mama's Cookout? That would be a good game for smell-o-vision. No, it was, what was it? Happy Mama? It wasn't Big Mama. Big Mama was a movie series, I think. I think it was like Happy Mama? I gotta look it up now. Now it's gonna kill me. Because it was also a Wii game. Where's my phone at? I don't even know. Where. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, Cookin' Mama. It was Cookin' Mama. Right? Yeah, it was Cookin' Mama. Yes, Wii Man 365, yes. It was Cookin' Mama. Are there any new Cookin' Mama games? There was Cookin' Mama on DS. There was a Cookin' Mama on the Wii. There's Cookin' Mama Cookstar. I remember they're on Switch apparently. But I remember there was a discrepancy. There was a legal battle around Cooking Mama. Because somebody made, I don't know if it was an unlicensed Cookin' Mama game, or like it was like the developers of Cooking Mama made a Cooking Mama game, but the publisher, they went with a different publisher, and the original publisher was like, whoa man, we have the rights to Cooking Mama. And there was some kind of big legal battle surrounding Cooking Mama, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. But yeah, that's a thing. That was a thing. I have literally seen every single type of beetle, I think, at this point. Except for the horned Hercules. So we'll do a long Let's Play episode this week here. And we'll keep it going for a little bit longer. In real time, it's 5:15 p.m. You know what? So this is just flip. I just flipped from AM to PM when I time traveled, or vice versa rather. But I will say, I think Japanese composers are insane in the best of ways. Like when you listen, like if you watch anime soundtracks, theme songs are always insane. Oh my god, that's the Horned Hercules, isn't it? Oh my god, there it is. I don't think I can make it down there without scaring this thing away. I'm so nervous. I'm just gonna baby step so hard. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think I can make it. I think I'm gonna get too close to it. I don't think this is possible. If I scare this away right now, I'm going to cut down this tree. Oh my god, this is the most nerve-wracking thing ever. This is horrible. Okay. I think I'm in front of the tree enough to, like, pivot. I think I moved too fast there. I think I moved. It, like, stops moving. I'm just like, oh, crap. I've been spotted. Okay. We made it. Man, I'm gonna need your help here. I don't want to blow this. Am I close enough? No, I gotta get a little bit closer, I think. Am I... I'm so nervous, dude. I got it. Oh my god, that was the most nerve-wracking thing ever. Oh man, the greatest beetle of them all. Swap, for sure. Literally any of these other ones, I don't care. We did it. We caught the Horned Hercules beetle at long last. Let me run straight to the museum and donate this bad boy. Oh boy. Man says, what? I heard anime. So yeah, okay, so what I was gonna say was, anime music goes way too hard. Those freaking Japanese composers, they're over there making freaking rock ballads, like orchestral cinematic rock ballads. The music from Sonic Frontiers, I believe, was also a Japanese composer, and dear lord, that music is phenomenal. Like all of it. It's just it's like such an awesome blend of, like, there's like metal, there's freaking electronic, you got dubstep in there, drum and bass, trance, so much incredible music in that soundtrack. It is unbelievably good. And I listened, like, I honestly added so many Sonic Frontiers original songs from the original soundtrack to just, like, my Spotify starred playlist. Like, it just become like regular music. Like, it might go from something like The Offspring, like you mentioned earlier in live chat, to, like, All American Rejects, to, you know, some rappers, to dubstep, to Sonic Frontiers soundtrack. It's that good. Like, the music is that good. Anyway, let me make a donation here. Here it is, the Horned Hercules beetle blather. Ho ho ho, I dare say that is a Hercules beetle. Stop, do not free it, leave the beast cage. Yeah, okay. Who now? The largest dynastid beetle around. I must say, those horns are simply magnificent. Dynastid beetles move fairly slowly, so you're free to view them at your own pace, eh what? I must heartily endorse any insect that has the decency to move slowly and predictably. Well done. Blah, enough, I say. Our thanks for the donation. We shall endeavor to keep the wretch safe and happy. I think that's it. So let's check this out. Let's just look at this now. We are on to our last bug, guys. the last bug, the giant petal-tailed dragonfly. That is the last thing that we have to catch for here in Animal Crossing City Folk. And then both of our Critterpedia and both the wing of the insect wing and the fish wing here in the museum are complete. And then it's just down to art, because the fossil wing's already done. It comes just down to finishing the art wing, and then we beat the game, guys. I mean, in my mind, that's completion for an Animal Crossing game when you finish the museum, in my mind, and have everything upgraded all the way, like Tom Nook's shop and everything. But let me just run in here and take a good old gander. A good old gander at, what's it called? The Hercules beetle. It's already out of my mind. It's done. Mission accomplished. It's done. What was that hissing noise? What is this noise I'm hearing? Is there like... Is it the locust that I'm hearing? What's the deal? Oh, there it is. It's the scorpion and the tarantula doing battle. That's right. I forgot about those guys up here. I thought it was the sound of the scorpion, but I didn't see it. WeMan365 says, Gamers is really good for fans of video games. It's about a game club and has many game references. Oh, that's cool. Like they name drop Street Pass, King Koopa, Blue Shell. Oh, I got bit by a mosquito, even in the museum, dude. Over it. Where is it? Where's my horned Hercules beetle? I guess it would be down here, right? No? Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Are we watching this? Oh! Is there a history of bug-on-bug violence in Animal Crossing games? I know there's like a... I know there's a beetle fight club that I found late at night in Animal Crossing New Horizons. But it looks like the same thing exists here in Animal Crossing City Folk. That is the golden stag versus the horned Hercules beetle. And the horned Hercules beetle just lost. Okay, hold up. It's squaring up again, though. Hold up. Okay, they're going at it again. They're doing battle. Oh, and the horned Hercules won this time. Dude, hold up. I want to leave and come back and see if there's a different beetle. If there are different beetles on those. On that. There's like beetle sumo wrestling. I'm about to do a whole documentary right now. I'm about to do a documentary, the history of bug fights, of beetle fighting in Animal Crossing. And I know in New Horizons it's only at night. Okay, so it's just these two, though. It's just the golden stag and the Hercules beetle that do it. I'm gonna have to come back during the day sometime and see what the deal is. See if they do that during the day, too, or if it's only like a nighttime fight club. Because I know in New Horizons it's a nighttime fight club only, which is pretty wild. Alrighty. So I think that's where we're going to leave off today. Both here in the live stream and here in the episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing City Folk here on the Nintendo Wii. I'll definitely be doing live streams in the future with online multiplayer here in City Folk. Now that we have that done, earlier on in the live stream I got that all set up. So we can open the gate. Let me just demonstrate for you real quick. Just because I can do that now. Invite guests. Open the gates! So multiplayer in 2023. I didn't get to play multiplayer today. But I was able to set it up. The beginning with the tutorial and the whatnot. So. There it is. The open gate to Domoburg. Huzzah! There it is. So anyway, that's where we'll sign off. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and ring that bell for notifications for when I do live streams. Let me close the gate here. For when I do live streams here on the channel every weekend, usually Saturdays starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be doing a lot more Wii multiplayer from here on out, so keep an eye out for those, along with Nintendo Switch multiplayer games, obviously. So keep an eye out for that. Also, I upload new video content every single weekday, Monday through Friday of every single week, so you don't want to miss out on that content either. On top of that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Smash the like button wherever you're watching this, whether it's a video on demand, whether you're watching it live, whether you're whatever, whether you're watching it as a clip, I don't know. Smash the like button on this video and leave me a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, thank you so much for everybody who tuned in live and who has been part of live chat here. WeeMan365, thank you so much for helping me get this multiplayer set up on my Nintendo Wii and ready to rock and roll for future live streams, future videos here on the channel, all of the above. Thank you so much for your help there and your troubleshooting